Well, good Sunday afternoon, everybody. It is May 24th, 2026. This is Gen X Speaks. And today, I would like to be able to talk about something substantive and, globally relevant. But because it is Labor Day, Memorial Day weekend in the United States, I'm going to talk a little bit about that and a little bit about the way I feel going into the patriotic summer season that we tend to have here in the United States. Tomorrow is Memorial Day. Memorial Day is, of course, the holiday we observe to give respect to Americans who have died to defend the United States, to defend our allies, and ensure that a semblance of freedom exists here in the U.S. And I obviously have nothing negative to say about that. I think it is important that we stop to pause and reflect. Have a day to do that and reflect upon the people that have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country and for democracy, and even for those of our allies and for people who cannot stand up for themselves. It's very important to remember that there are people who have given their lives for that, and many of them voluntarily, most of them voluntarily. So we should respect days like Memorial Day, and remember, that this is the cost of democracy and the cost of freedom. But I also want to point out that in the United States, we have a culture right now where people fly American flags at their homes year-round. Usually the people who are flying the flags year-round right now are making a statement in defense of MAGA, essentially. Most of the people, not all, I'm sure, but most of the people you see who are flying their flags, no, I mean, I don't know if I should say most of the people, but a good, probably at this point, a good number of those people are just representing the idea that they're MAGA without actually having MAGA signs out there. It's a signaling effort. And that's been going on in the United States, obviously, since the Donald Trump experiment began. Most importantly, over the last maybe 10 years. Or really the last 5 years or so of that, even when Biden was in office. As we are going into this season, it's a big one for us because it is 250 years of the United States of America. It is our birthday on July 4th, on Independence Day this year. And it makes me, we have 3 holidays in the summer 4 holidays really, because we have Memorial Day, Flag Day in June, and then we have the 4th of July, and then we have Labor Day, where these are considered to be patriotic holidays where typically I will put out my American flag and fly it. This year, though, I don't know. I'm wrestling with the problem of, do I actually put out my American flag and fly it upright rather than upside down, which is what you would do when you are a nation in distress? Or do I just not fly it at all? Now, if I put it out there, particularly in my neighborhood where there are a lot of patriotic Americans who are more patriotic than me, it could be construed as is hateful to a lot of people if I fly it upside down, denoting that we are a nation in severe distress right now. And so it comes down to, should I even mess with that, or should I just not fly it at all? Because I don't look at where we are right now as the United States of America anymore. Our government is not following the laws of the land. It is certainly not following the Constitution that it is bound by and it swears to defend. They take an oath to defend it whenever they enter office. No one's doing that. Not the executive branch, certainly. Not much of the legislative branch, Congress, and certainly not much of the Supreme Court. Sadly to say, we don't live in the United States of America because no one is upholding the rules that make it the United States of America. We're not in a democracy. We are in a crime syndicate state. It can most easily be likened to Russia, to Putin's Russia. That's what we've entered into here. So yeah, you can call it Russia on the surface, but is it really Russia? No, it's a crime syndicate. And such is the United States now. I wonder why, but we know why. So, bottom line, going into this holiday season, the summer holiday season, which is very patriotic in nature, I'm wrestling with the idea that, we're really not the United States anymore, and I don't know that putting my flag out one way or the other, I don't know that it won't do anything about that. Of course it won't do anything about that. But I don't respect what we are now. I can't respect what we are. I do respect the people who fought and died for the United States. Absolutely. But I don't respect the people who are working right now to tear it down. And I don't see where we are as actually being the United States of America. Not right now. Not until the Constitution is upheld, and the laws are followed. Because otherwise, we're just a crime state. People thieving from us. That's it. Anyway, I'd be interested to hear from people, see if you feel the same way. What's your take on flag flying right now? What's your take on where we are as a nation? Let me know. You have a good day.